I'm suffering. You're giving me hardship upon hardship. Yet I see all these people out there. They're out there. They're having fancy cars. You know, they're going to fine dining. Oh Allah. And yet these people are granted the things. Why, Allah? Just give me even 1%. If only I had 1%. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. My name is Abdul Kareem, and today we're looking at suffering. You know, sometimes when you're suffering, when you're down, your chips are down, so to speak, and you feel like you're like, Allah, you keep taking and taking. Oh Allah, why? You know, and then we turn, we see people across the road, you know, they've had exactly the same education, maybe even less education than you, you're more educated than them, and yet they are wealthier, happier, you know, they have children. You've been trying for years, no children. They have children like that, you know, bam, 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 children, children, children. You're trying and you're trying. And then Allah gives you a test. He gives you a test to take something from you. And He gives you another test and He takes something from you. And you're like, why Allah, why? Just please give me a little success. And then you get close to success and it just turns out it was another failure. And you feel like life is testing you, pushing you to your limits. And you're like, why Allah, why? You know something, brothers and sisters, I'm not going to give the verse. I'm just going to mention Surah Tawbah, Surah number 9 in the Quran. I recommend to read it. It's the one that does not begin with Bismillah ar-Rahman. So, I listened to this surah when I was having struggles. I was struggling, oh Allah, I was struggling. And it helped me a lot. It brought me back to Islam. It brought me closer to my Maker. And one thing that I took away from it, and if any brothers and sisters out there know the verse, leave it in the comment section below. But I was struggling, and there was a verse that says something to the effect that, you know, everyone is tested. And it got me thinking, and I'm thinking to myself, you know, everyone is tested. What if some people are tested, like everyone's tested towards sin? And what I mean that is that with wealthy people, if they were poor, right, they would be humbled and be closer to Allah. But they're not, because Allah knows that some people, their path towards sin is success. So Allah grants them success and says, you do what you're gonna do. This is a test from me. And most people, when they become successful, they start eating out, you know, they buy the fine clothes, they get the nice car, you know, and they're living the life and they're happy. They got the big grin. They turn to their spouse and say, spouse, are you happy? And the spouse is like, yes, I'm happy. And then they live these big giant houses and Allah is giving them more. And they get more houses, big Ferrari, you know, the red Ferrari, they're driving around. They're like, yeah, I have progeny, I have the car, I have the good stuff. And so Allah gives them more. And in all of this, where is Allah in their hearts? Tell me. They have forgotten their Maker. Their Maker is giving them more and more and more. And they have forgotten Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. You know, you see this. I've heard of things where people in the Middle East, I won't name names, they take an aeroplane flight to fly to another place to visit a mall. And then in the evening they come back home. And there's people in their hometowns who are starving. They're like, people are starving to death. They're in their heat. No home, no shelter. That one trip, that one shopping trip would have fed this person, would have clothed them, would have housed them. But no, they're left to die and rot on the streets. And some people are tested with suffering. You know, some people, Allah knows that if you gave this person $1 billion, they would change the world. They would do good deeds, they would give to charity, they would be the example of goodness. Allah knows that. He doesn't need to give this person $1 billion or $1 million. No, because you see, Allah knows that when the chips are down, this person will forget Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Sometimes humans are tested with hardship. We are tested with wealth and we're tested with hardship. Sometimes some people, they forget that you know, they get given hardship, they turn to Allah. First thing, that's most people, oh Allah, get me out of this. And then they give him hardship upon hardship, that their turning to Allah becomes bitter. They're like, what's the need? I turn to you, nothing happens. I don't turn to you, nothing happens. It just gets worse, whether I do it or not. So then Allah tests them more. And just like the person given increase, they get further from Islam. You see, some people are tested with poverty just like you're tested with wealth. I know most people are, if I had $1 billion or $1 million, I would do this. Yes, you would do the good things, and Allah knows you will. But what will you do when you have the bad things? Brothers and sisters, sometimes we suffer. Sometimes hardship is coming at us, and just when it stopped, we take a breath, we get mail, we open it up, hardship upon hardship upon hardship. Hardship, in a way, is the same as success. It draws the character from our peoples. It's never too late. And a lot of people beat themselves up. Oh, I gave up, I stopped praying. Never too late. Go back to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Start praying. Listen to Surah Tawbah, Surah number 9. Listen to the whole Quran. Just pick a verse and listen to it. Pick a surah and listen to it. You know, an ounce of goodness in your ears, or reading the Quran will give you the goodness. Make sure you understand the meaning of the words. It will change your life as it has changed my life. Remember Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Come to goodness.